Welcome to the Kline Realty Showcase. I'm Debbie Knupp with the Kline Realty office in Harrisonburg. If you see a home you're interested in, give one of our offices a call. Thanks to our sponsors and enjoy the show.
Hey everyone, my name's Chaudhuri. I'm with Kline Realty.
And I'm Veronica Amato with F&M Mortgage.
Join us for our first time homebuyer seminar. We do it the first Friday of every month from 5:30 to 7:30 at the Kline Harrisonburg location. Don't forget to RSVP.
And we will cover the basics of first-time home buying from the real estate point of view and the mortgage process.
We hope to see you there.
Hi, I'm Karl Waizecker, Principal Broker at Kline Realty. Thank you for joining me again for Q&A with Kline. Our question for today comes up quite often, and that is, why haven't interest rates dropped? Mortgage interest rates specifically. About a month ago, 6 weeks ago, the Federal Reserve announced a huge rate cut, and even though that's not directly tied to mortgage rates, a lot of folks expected that rates would drop, which they did. The mortgage lenders were a little bit ahead of that. They knew it was coming, so they were starting to build that anticipated decrease into their rates. Rates dropped and are still quite a bit lower than they were, say, a year ago. But then they stopped dropping and they started going back up again. And folks are asking us why that is. And I think the biggest thing that's important to understand is that mortgage interest rates are not specifically tied to the federal funds rate. They are much more closely linked to the bond market. When mortgages are sold, the banks bundle all of that debt up and sell it as a financial instrument so they can get some more money to make some more loans. And those mortgage bonds are in the same financial market as Treasury bonds. So the best way to know what's going to happen with mortgage rates is to follow the 10-year Treasury bond. That dropped for a while and is now going up again, mainly because when there is stability or strength in the economy, investors tend to put their money into stocks. When there is some uncertainty, they tend to put their money into bonds because that's a bit safer. When folks put their money into bonds, that actually drives the rate down. That's not happening now. Our job reports have been great. Inflation is coming down and is almost at the Fed's target rate of 2%. And so investors are pushing money into the stock market, not into the bond market. And so those folks with bonds have to keep offering higher and higher rates of return to attract those investors. So mortgage rates are going up, ironically, because our economy is so strong. Most experts do predict that rates will drop and they will get below 6% at some point next year. I wouldn't expect anything close to the 2.5% or 3% numbers we have seen in the past. Most experts are saying they expect things to settle in around 5.5%. Probably not until the spring. The important thing to remember is if you want to see what's going to happen with mortgage rates in a week or two, see which direction the returns on the 10-year Treasury bond are going now. Today we are at Magpie Diner, not only for the coffee, but for the delicious food. And I chose their chorizo bowl, which is absolutely out of this world. Potatoes, chorizo, some good veggies, and a perfectly cooked fried egg on top. If that sounds like something you'd be interested in, I'd highly recommend you get down here and try one. If you've got a restaurant you'd like to see me try, or a real estate question for me, please send that to questions@KlineMay.com. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.
Hi, I'm Tiffany Shepard, and I'm with Kline Realty, and I'm so happy to be here with the SPCA, and I'm loving this kitten. Oh my God.
Well, Tiffany, I'm Summer. It's nice to have you out. We'll talk about some of our animals, and this is Atlanta, one of several adoptable kittens that we have that we are looking to find forever homes for this holiday season.
How old is Atlanta?
Atlanta's about 5 months old. She is a female. She came to us as a stray. She's gone through all of her health checks. She's been spayed, she's fully vaccinated, dewormed, microchipped, and now she's looking for a forever home.
I know she's a lovely kitten, but how many more do y'all have available this year?
We've actually set a goal as an organization to do 400 adoptions in the next 40 days. So we will have several specials going on now through the end of the year, specials for veterans and first responders, active duty military, kitten specials, specials for dogs as well.
Is there any special needs for the kittens, or do they need to know anything special about how to take care of them?
Miss Atlanta doesn't have any special needs specifically, but we partner everyone up who comes in with an adoption counselor, so they'll go through each animal's unique medical and behavior needs, do's and don'ts for adding a new kitten to the household, especially during the holiday season, and they'll make sure that we take care of any questions you might have before you take them home.
Well, I'd like to thank you for showing Atlanta to me. I wish I could take her home and add her to my group.
We're gonna go and meet a dog next. We're gonna meet Maurice. He's an old hound dog boy that's also looking for his forever home this holiday season.
Can you tell me about this lovely boy?
This is Maurice. Maurice is a 10-year-old hound dog mix who came to us as a stray and has gone through his health and behavior checks, and he is looking for a forever home.
Now, when people come to adopt, they normally come to adopt puppies.
The benefit of adopting an older dog is their size is already determined, their energy level is pretty much determined, personality is pretty solidified. I mean, they usually come with some life skills. So you're not starting from scratch with the house training and the car rides and the leash walking. Maurice here is a seasoned pro. He loves to go for walks, and he's very medium to low energy. So he's looking for a quiet household that'll take him for a couple of walks and a good couch or dog bed to lay on and take his afternoon naps.
Do older dogs have special needs, or?
He doesn't have any special needs that we know of. He's had senior lab work done, which came back all normal. But anytime that you have, especially an older dog, it's really important to establish a relationship with a veterinarian within 30 days of adoption, just to make sure they can give them a once-over, they know what they look like healthy, and that way if they do get sick, you know, you've got some place to take them.
Adoption is very important. My niece came in and adopted an older dog.
Oh, that's wonderful. At least 80% of the dogs in our care right now are adult dogs over the age of a year old. We are looking for adopters who are willing to open their home and their hearts to adult dogs.
Summer, I want to thank you very much for showing me these two beautiful animals.
Help us find 400 homes in 40 days this holiday season.
We all want to give our kids the best of everything, the best nutrition, the best education, and the best place to grow up. Even the air they breathe. Lennox strives to provide the best air quality for your family's home, free of indoor air pollutants.
At Landis Heating and Air Conditioning, they can install a Lennox customized comfort system in your home. Let Landis sweat the details so you can relax in comfort. Call my friends at Landis Heating and Air Conditioning today.
Lennox, innovation never felt so good.
So hi Kathy, hi Jan. Thank you for meeting me today and taking some time to sit down and chit chat a little bit. How did you come to find me when it came into your real estate needs?
I made contact with several real estate agents. You came out and we interviewed, as we did with the others, and we thought you could do the best job for us.
One of the reasons that we chose you was because we knew you had connections to Highland County. And that was very important to us because you know the clientele and you know the area. And the other thing was you didn't come in with smoke and mirrors. You came in and told us, this is what I would ask, this is what you need to do. It was always truth with you.
I pay attention to detail, and when I would pore over a document, you very graciously explained whatever it is I needed. But during the interview, it was just a good feel.
Yeah, I really do enjoy it because it's not just the client-agent relationship. It's very deep, it's very personal, and that's what makes it a smooth transition for everybody.
It was a great working relationship that has transcended just a working relationship. It's a friendship.
And we've already recommended you.
That's the core of our business. It is our reputation that's on the line. So I do really appreciate that. But tell me a couple things. How did you like the listing process? Because obviously we had to list your previous home to be able to purchase this home.
We had contracts on the house before the billboard advertisements ever went up, and before you even had a sign out front. So it can't go much more smoothly and more quickly than that.
You came through and said you probably need to do this, and you gave us a list. Not only did you do that, but you came in and helped Jan with some of the repairs, which was way above and beyond anything we expected.
Thank you, and it was a good time nonetheless. I mean, we had a lot of laughs in the process, which is really enjoyable. So switching gears now, how about the buying side, this property here in Waynesboro?
You showed us several houses. This one was the one that stuck with us. And you specifically brought us here because you said you felt that it was what we were looking for.
Purchasing a house is a highly stressful situation. And every time we called you with a question, you were so calm. The stress level got pretty high, trying to sell one house and buy another. And we just couldn't have asked for a better person to help us through that.
A lot of deadlines you have to work with, and making sure everybody's schedules work within, and to get the job done, it can be terribly stressful.
Especially when you're closing on two houses the same day. And we had a grandbaby in the process too.
Tell me about the program called Homes for Heroes.
We didn't know anything about it. You volunteered the information. You were the only one of the 3 or 4 agents that we spoke with who participates in this program. It returned cash to us on both the sale of our old house and the purchase of this one.
The Homes for Heroes program, it's a program that we as agents can pay into as a thank you from both you all being military veterans. It dearly meant the world to me.
And it was a nice bonus we didn't expect.
I appreciate you all sitting down today with me and talking about the experience. It really does mean a lot.
It's an honor to meet you as well. You know, I'm glad we were able to sit down, talk about this beautiful restaurant. It's been in the community for quite a few years now.
And I'll be bringing folks up to sit outside, especially on a day like today. What a beautiful day to sit out here and do it, so thank you.
We have people that come in every day for lunch. We have a special actually that usually people get for lunch. 2 slices of pizza, a topping and a drink, and it's the go-to.
And just to expand, because I believe this is a locally owned place, correct?
Yes.
I personally know the owner here, Hugo, and I've seen how he's grown this business tremendously over the years.
He's a really good boss. He has done a lot with the place. I love the work culture. I think he's a really big part of why people like coming here. It's very well managed, it's family friendly. The food is great, obviously. I actually had a question for you guys. What are the first 3 things that you have to identify when you meet with a client?
When I meet with a client, the biggest thing I want to know from you are your goals, because that's going to affect how our process looks and what you want to get out of that move. Why do you want to move? Is it to downsize? Is it to upsize? Is it because you're growing a family? Do you want to buy your first investment?
A lot of first-time home buyers, because a lot of people that have already bought a home or two understand, but you're asking as a first-time home buyer, you want to build wealth, you want to have a roof over your head and everything else. And the optimum thing to do, for me, is to listen.
If there are new people to the area, what would you like to say to them about Ciros Pizza?
If it's a potential new customer who just moved in that's in town and they don't know the area, I would say the first place that you would go and get New York style pizza that is delicious, the perfect amount of sauce, the perfect amount of cheese, be Ciros Lasagna House.
Well, on my end, I got to say thank you to you for hosting us, and thank you, Derek, for having me come up. I'll bring clients up here because it's a nice atmosphere. Thank you, guys. It's been a great afternoon.
Thank you guys for coming.
Thank you for having us.
What if you could take advantage of lower mortgage rates without refinancing? With DuPont Community Credit Union's new Rate Drop Mortgage, you can. DCCU's Rate Drop Mortgage lets you lower your rate every 12 months if rates drop. Just pay a processing fee per rate adjustment. No refinancing or new closing costs required. Enjoy flexible home financing with DCCU's Rate Drop Mortgage. Visit mydccu.com or talk to a mortgage advisor today to get started.
Oh, no! Harrisonburg, is that what they're saying? Should I have my sunglasses on or off? Whoops, let's do that again. We hope you enjoyed the show. Thanks again to our sponsors. See you next week.